here for St. Mary's, and the wheels coming off for St. Mary's, and here's Weisjock deep. This one's going to be out of bounds, and the Owls will have it first and 10 up at the 35-yard line. So Bradford will have a great drive start here. If you want to see the Owls next week, if you're here tonight, sign up tonight in the Bradford Owls home concession booth, or you can show up Monday at the high school, go in the front office at the main gate. They'll have information there, so you could sign up for your kids and get on the road to see the Owls in Brookville lock horns next Friday night.
I got a little water boy going tonight, Frank, because I'm wrong again. I look like Tyler Hopkins, freshman quarterback, was going to run out on the field to take underneath the offense to get the ball rolling for the third quarter. So you were right, and I'm wrong. So it looks like they're going to bring out the subs on the get-go. And but either way is not a bad choice. I just usually the norm, the coach's philosophy out there is to give the guys just a couple snaps, but it is 42-0. You don't want to send the wrong message either here, because the St. Mary's coaching staff with the Bradford coaching staff, there's no rivalry there, no conflicts, and they don't want it to make it look like they're going to try to run the score up.
I'll tell you, this is a rough 2 games for Tony DeFilippi and his St. Mary's coaching staff. They coached in the Big 30 game up here, the 30th Don Robb Classic, and gave up some 56 points to Team New York. So the coaching staff really has been on the wrong end of the stick in 2 lopsided games. Here's the next kick. It'll be into the end zone by Tristan Mulcahy. It'll be first and 10 Owls out at their 20-yard line. And now we got some subs coming in. Dan Lyons, Jordan Evan, Tyler Hopkins, John Colts. Also, Kyle McFarland will be the center, and Rocco Lenz will be one of the tackles. We'll continue to run down personnel as the Owls have put some of their subs in here, leading 42-0, and Steve Ackerman showing compassion in this one.
Yeah, DeCourt will be out at split end for Bradford, too.
Morgan O'Brien and Scott Abrams will be the backs. Abrams will be the fullback, and Morgan will be on the right side. Josh Scott will remain the tight end. The tackles will be Jordan Evan and Dan Lyons. Here's the handoff. It'll be to John Colts. Colts cuts it back across the 20. Out to the 24-yard line goes John Colts, one of the seniors who does not play offensively. And Colts gets 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, even these guys coming in right now to fill in, they're firing off the ball. They're excited, too, having fun out there right now. How about it being in a varsity game starting the third quarter, and especially a freshman quarterback? That's nice to see after losing Jake Long last year. So Tyler Hopkins coming in as a freshman.
And he looked out here, the two of the co-captains, Tyler Arlington and Josh McCready, standing down there taking in the second half. Here's a handoff up the middle, a flag on the play. Abrams gets out to the 26, so it will be... hold on here as the official tosses the flag. It's the back judge. And what do we have here, partner?
Probably going to be a hold.
They're talking to St. Mary's. So just underway in the third quarter. Our third quarter contestant is Joanne Snook. Our fourth quarter contestant is Angie Pingy. Toji's Family Restaurant, Toji's Touchdown Sweepstakes.
Yeah, hold on, Bradford, and a little bit excited. Maybe guys getting out there trying to get the job done to impress the coaches. Just a little too much. So St. Mary's seems to be going with their full house starters on defense right now. So let's see if the second team can't get a nice drive in here and put a touchdown on the board, too, for Bradford.
4 penalties, 25 yards for the Owls. And again, the Owls putting in some of their subs here. A lot of them getting playing time here, especially some of the seniors who don't see a lot of action. O'Brien in motion. Morgan has it sweeping that way, cuts back up the middle, across the 15, out to the 17. So Morgan gets a couple there, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Bradford just running right back to their meat and potato. They're not really stringing anything out. They're going back to what they call their standard wing T look. 2 backs, almost call it a pro set with a wing, putting the guy in motion and cutting him upfield right now.
I'll tell you what, my parents and my in-laws here at the game tonight probably going to ask for their money back. Their grandson not playing in the second half because the Owls are so far ahead. Yeah. St. Mary's setting up defensively. 3rd and 14 for the Owls. Hopkins, here's the crisscross to Colts. Colts needs a block, cuts it back, and gets out to the 17, and that's it. And it'll be 4th and a kicking situation for the Owls.
Yeah, Bradford going back to their starting kicking team just because sometimes you don't want to flaw here. You don't want to fumble, get it in the end zone. You know the seniors that just played hard-nosed defense wants to see double zeros at the end of the game. I know St. Mary's wants to keep it respectable here. Get a touchdown or 2 themselves just to go home with a little something to build on.
So St. Mary's Hula dropping deep there along with Bobby Kopp. And here's the snap from Wallace. Perfect snap. Wells' kick is perfect too. High. It'll be taken at the 49. Oh, he just missed him there, but the second guy gets him. Holleran missed him. Morgan O'Brien got him. Loss of 2 on the return. It will be first and 10 Dutch, and now we're going to see some of the defensive changes here as well.
Yeah, I'm just helping you here, Frank, picking out some new numbers. I see 75 running in. That's sophomore John Lonzy playing defensive end. The court's out there. It's at halfback, safety. Who do we have? Oh, Jeff Kleinberg will work in at safety. Morgan O'Brien, outside linebacker.
Here's Wendell. Going to give the handoff to the left. The sweep coming that way. Great job by the Owls. And slicing in there to make the play is Steve Schiappa. As Schiappa gets the defensive stop, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Just trying to, like you said, get some of these names out there. Dan Lyons is working inside on the interior line. Takes me a little bit because they're new numbers, so I'm looking.
Yeah. Owls set up on their defensive front here, and we're going to have a flag on the play. It looked like there might be offsides on Bradford. One of the Owls leaned into the neutral zone, but of course these kids are anxious. They want to preserve the shutout, and they want to get their licks in too. Yeah. It's going to be illegal procedure against St. Mary's. So the preliminary is against the Dutch. Somebody moved. That's why the Owls jumped in the neutral zone. In fact, both tackles, Priest and Evan, were in there. Jordan Evan and Al Priest. Evan, a 5'11", 225-pound senior. And he's playing his final regular season home game here, where the Owls have been unbeaten in 4 straight years.
That is a great record.
You're looking at going back, some 20 games. Here's the handoff. It will be the tailback, and he runs right into Scott Abrams. And then Dan Lyons comes in, finish him off, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Well, I tell you what, this second defense right now is pumped up. They're getting off the ball and doing a nice job, and they're still working against a lot of St. Mary's number 1 men right up front. They're still got their starting tackles, center in there, their guards. I see maybe 1 clean uniform, but it looks more like a tight end.
Kevin, it won't be long, and you and I might get the call to go down there.
Frank, I can't run across the street.
7:50 to go in the third. Play action. Wendell back to pass, airs it out. Hula has it midfield, down to the 45-yard line. Josh Holleran and Morgan O'Brien make the stop, and it'll be 1st and 10 Dutch as they get into Owls territory, with Bradford leading 42-0.
Bradford doing a nice job getting some pressure on the quarterback. They played the underneath pass with the zone defense. They allowed it. Hula grabs it and runs for a short distance. The pass covered most of it in the air, and Holleran does a nice job tackling them.
They're going to say it's 4th and 2, and the Dutch are going to go for it. So St. Mary's puts a receiver to the left. They go to their wing and the right side. Here's Wendell, gives it to the tailback, Catalone, and he leans in there across the 45, down to the 41, and it's a St. Mary's first down.
Priest doing a nice job firing off the line. Jordan, Evan doing a nice job getting right there. They just missed him for sticking him in the backfield for the loss and getting the ball back. They're firing off. Just missed a little bit there, and we're looking at 1st and 10 from the 40 for St. Mary's as the starters come up underneath center. Tom
Bowe's telling us that's 3 first downs for the Owls, or for the Dutch. And the Owls defense doing a great job there. Here's a handoff straight ahead. Catalone across the 35, down to the 30. And Catalone works his way to the 25. And another St. Mary's first down.
St. Mary's just running the tackle trap, throwing some motion in there and catching Bradford out of the seam a little bit. The linebackers hitting the A seam and scraping. Just missed it. Chipping off a little bit of yardage right now.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dutch at the 25 of Bradford. St. Mary's' deepest penetration. And here's the handoff going to the right to Cogley inside the 25, down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line goes Cogley, and another St. Mary's first down.
Steve Schiappa back in there underneath tackle, doing a nice job getting that done.
That's Schiappa's 3rd tackle, and the Owl, who sees a lot of JV action, getting it done there.
Yeah, and Dan Lyons coming over the top to help finish it off.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line of Bradford. Owls 42, Dutch nothing. Here's the handoff. Lost the football, but he gets it back. Oh, the Owls got it. Morgan O'Brien came up with it. I thought for a second he reached out and might have got it, but a great job there. Al Priest got a hand out and poked it away. Morgan O'Brien with a fumble, and the Owls shutout stays alive with 6:03 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 Bradford going the other way.
Yeah, they started chipping off a little yardage on Bradford. They switched real quick. I don't know if you noticed. They went to 50, threw the nose down over the center, so they had the 5 guys on the front line, the middle linebacker, so maybe a different look for St. Mary's, and got them screwed up a little bit on the count.
Hopkins under center. They're going to stop play here for a second. 5:49 to go in the third quarter. The Owls 42. St. Mary's nothing. Sean Wiesjock an 83-yard run. Wies a 23-yard scamper and a 45-yard punt return. Dave Snyder a 20-yard touchdown run. Also Aaron O'Toole a 27-yard scamper, and Mike Austin a 25-yard pass to Jake Wells for a touchdown. At 7, Kyle McFarland PATs. And the Owls are leading 6. The Owls leading 42 to nothing. Here's a handoff to the fullback Abrams on 1st and 5 after the penalty. An encroachment. Abrams leans across the 25 and gets out to about the 27-yard line. So he'll be short of the first down and bring up. Oh, they're going to give it to him. We're going to move the sticks. Wait a minute. We got an injured Owl too.
Yep, injured Owl.
Yeah, he was smart and pretty good.
Yeah, tough spot.
1st and 10. Owls. And here's Hopkins giving it to Abrams, and Abrams coming straight ahead. There won't be much there, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the Owls making another change. One of the left tackles. Who's 58 there coming in? Who came in for the Owls in that play?
58, Frank. Stephen Arlington, sophomore for Bradford. 5'6", 188-pound tackle.
So the Owls starting to bring some other personnel in here. Capacity crowd here at Parkway Field. The Owls leading 42-0. 4:30 to play in the third quarter. The Owls set up shop here with the wing to the left side. It's Colts. Hopkins, the freshman, under center, play action. Hopkins rolls out, needs a block. Hopkins trying to turn the corner, 30, spins back, 35. Nice spin by Tyler Hopkins. And Rocco Lenz out in front along with Jeremy O'Toole. And also for Bradford, Dan DeCourt. And Hopkins with a nice 8-yard run there. And it'll be a 3rd and short.
Well, I'll tell you, you can get a freshman to get you some varsity experience. Oh, boy, is that money in the bank, Frank. We got a heck of a nice sophomore junior group still. There's a nice base here. The numbers are down a little bit, but we've got a nice base. These seniors have really laid a nice foundation for these guys.
Adam Priest also in there for the Owls. Owls on 3rd and about, we'll call it 3, at the 35-yard line of Bradford. Abrams in the run spot. It'll be Scott picking his way straight ahead, and Abrams will get maybe a yard or two. That's it. And it will be 4th and a kicking situation for the Owls.
The Owls will probably bring their starting kicking team back in now, so we don't have any mistakes on the snap, so it doesn't go over the head or fumble it or goof up here, just to make them, earn the touchdown instead of give them away a present. We've done that this year. We don't want to do any more.
Owls will be on the road at Brookville next Friday night. There's a Rooters bus being lined up to go. You can sign up at the Owls football concession stand, the Owls Boosters on the home side running that, or at the school next week, Monday and Tuesday. And or talk to Lori Galt. She's handling the football boosters Rooters bus down there to Brookville. The Owls will face the Raiders. A fair catch by Hula Huli at his own 33. The Dutch will have it 1st and 10 there. And, of course, the Owls trying to make it so that kids can make it safely down there, along with some parents, some senior citizens who want to see the Owls in action, because there are only 3 home games, and the next 4 are on the road. And it might be an easy way for you to ride down on the bus, take your time, relax on the way down, and see the Owls face the Raiders for first place in District 9.
I'm not sure, but I think DeFlippy has just pulled his starting quarterback, put number 11, Jeff Gray, 5'8", 155-pound senior, in to take the snaps. Or am I wrong there, Frank?
It is Gray. Gray under center now for the Dutch. And he will give the football to the tailback. And Cogley is met right away by Scott Abrams. And the boom is lowered. Abrams in there, and that'll bring up 2nd and about 13 or 14 to go. So St. Mary's having trouble running against the Owls' second unit here.
Well, actually, I guess I made a mistake. Jeff Gray's going to split, and they're keeping Wendell under center. So Wendell stays as your starting quarterback. St. Mary's still has a lot of dirty uniforms out there, so they haven't really changed up too much on the first string. They don't want to see Bradford put double zeros up all night against them, so they'd like to put a touchdown on.
Wendell throws to the far sidelines. It's incomplete. Over through Steve Gall. Gall, who plays at St. Mary's, is a junior. His grandfather, Al Gall, is from Lewis Run, lives in the Bradford area. And that one's incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 13 back at the 31 of St. Mary's.
Posse just shows me, what was it, Dan Lyons had to switch his uniform. We'll be calling 82 now. He might have had some blood on it. So Dan had to change from 57 to 82 at his defensive end position.
Back to pass. Here's Wendell. The rush is on, and the pass is caught. It is complete to the tight end across the 40, 45, 47-yard line. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Dutch.
Kleinberger coming up, doing a super job at his safety spot. Josh Scott, who went out hurt a minute ago, right back in there in the action. There's a name we call in special teams a lot, Josh Scott.
Greg Gornati with the catch there, so the Dutch get a first down, and that is first down number 4. They had 2 in the first half, and now they have 2 here in the third quarter. We are down to 1:07 to go in the third. It's the Owls 42, the Dutch nothing. Cogley 45 midfield and down to the 47 of Bradford, and he's tripped up there by Dan DeCourt, and it will be 2nd and short.
Dan DeCourt out there, we'll call his name, senior, his last game at home here, doing a nice job from his halfback position, coming up, making a nice tackle, getting the job done. I think Bradford's got just about every sub they can have in there right now. And I'll tell you, the starters are on the sideline patting these guys on the back as they come in and out, too. That's positive.
There's a handoff to the last man going through Catalone. 40 down to the 35 to the 33-yard line goes Catalone. And it will be 1st and 10 St. Mary's as they string together consecutive first downs for the first time tonight.
Yeah, St. Mary's want to build on something here. They want to take a positive with them. It's going to be a tough defeat for them, but if they can get out of here, make a couple nice drives here in the second half, something to grow on for next week.
Wendell under center. The wing is to the right side for St. Mary's, and he will give it to the right side to Cogley. Cogley tried to cut it out. Oh, Steve Schiappa did a great job. Lassoed, hung on, and finally waited to the cavalry. Jordan Evan comes in to help finish him off, and it will be 2nd and long for the Dutch. That'll be the end of the third quarter of play. Bradford 42, St. Mary's nothing. It's homecoming. We go to the fourth quarter. 77-pound junior.
Josh Scott doing a super job on the outside linebacker, putting pressure on the quarterback, having an errant throw almost intercepted.
So the Dutch on 3rd and 12. Wendell wants to throw. The rush is on. They've got him. And busting through to make the sack is John Lonzie. Lonzie coming in there to make the play. He gets his first varsity sack. Lonzie, a 5'4", 176-pound sophomore. John lowers the boom. It'll be 4th and a kicking situation for St. Mary's.
Super job by John Lonzie. Just getting through and getting the job done. Nice job. And that's a sophomore.
Yeah. So Hula Huli will kick. Here's the snap. The kick is away. Holleran wants to take it, but it'll take a St. Mary's bounce and drop down at around the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Owls at their 10 with 10:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the countdown to victory is on. The Owls leading 42-0. And again, the clock running here because the mercy rule is in effect. So that means the play clock will continue to run throughout the game here.
Yeah, that Bradford actually St. Mary's got a nice roll. Had to hit the 10, Frank Howard, and the thing took a kick and got 4 more yards. So Bradford's going to be a little bit deeper. It looks like they're going to spot it right about the 6-yard line for the Bradford Owls.
So 1st and 10 for the Owls. And you got Danny DeCourt going wide to the right side. Hopkins, the freshman quarterback, under center. Let's see if this is Scott Abrams' territory. No, it'll be Morgan O'Brien. O'Brien cuts it back, gets across the 5 out to the 7-yard line. It's ping-pong there, and it'll be 2nd and about 9 for the Owls.
Bradford's not doing too bad of a job, the second group. The guards are really trying to get off ball, open the gate, get down in there, log and kick. And, St. Mary's still got a lot of dirty uniforms out there. That's their starting group, and Bradford's actually doing a decent job. I know it's not the yardage that the first team was reeling off, but I think they're doing a nice job firing off the ball under McFarland and Hopkins.
I don't think the JVs will have to practice tomorrow. They're getting their pregame tonight here. And the wing set up again. It'll be the fullback. Abrams coming ahead, and Scotty gets out to the 9-yard line. So give Abrams a couple more, and it will be third and probably about 7 to go for an Owls first down. Again, with 9:25 to go, the Owls taking their time. They want to preserve the shutout.
Yeah, and you make mention the JVs are on the road at DuBois Monday night, so they'll probably watch a little film tomorrow, and the JVs, this is their practice.
Yeah.
Not a bad practice for a JV game to go against the varsity team.
Kyle McFarland, the junior center, leads the Owls out. 3rd and 6. Let's see which way the Owls go in motion. It will be Colts. Colts sweeping to the right side, needs a block, and Colts gets across the 10 out to about the 12. And we got a big pileup of Owls there. It'll be 4th and a kicking situation for the Owls. And Bradford will put their first team special teams back in here as they kick it away.
St. Mary's still dropping back some of their starters. Jake Wells coming in to boot the ball away. Huhuli will be back to receive it. This could actually be a benefit to them. Right now, the wind is blowing, like Frank was saying earlier. I think the weather's coming in and the wind, our papers are starting to blow around a little bit. So hopefully it's at Jake's back, the wind. He can get a bomb out of here.
Feels like autumn, partner. Here's Wells. Great snap from Wallace. The kick by Wells is away. This is a good one. And Kopp wanted to take it. He let it bounce. And Kopp couldn't get to it. And it'll take a Bradford bounce down to the 45 and all the way down to the 42-yard line, where St. Mary's will have it 1st and 10 here with about 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Owls in front 42-0.
Well, I'll tell you, Bobby Kopp thought about touching that ball at least 3 times. And if he would even have laid a finger on that ball, Bradford would have smothered it. And I don't even know why he tried to pick it up. He was actually going to think about running it, and 2 Bradford guys were just waiting to down it. If he would have touched it, possible fumble there. So that wasn't really a smart move on his part. But Bradford gets out of a hole here with a nice punt by Jake.
Al Priest and Jordan Evan inside, along with John Lonzi and Dan Lyons for the Owls. 1st and 10 St. Mary's. Here's the handoff, and it will be the tailback coming through in there. And he'll get 5, maybe 7, 8 yards there. And Scott Schatz, a sophomore, works his way out close to the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd and short.
Yeah, now the clean uniforms are coming in. St. Mary's is starting to clean house on the sideline. We got all new white uniforms in there right now. I'm not sure who's going to take the ball as a snap unless Wendell came out on that last play. And let's see what happens here with the second group, St. Mary's.
So 2nd and 3. The Dutch with the wing to the left side, and it will be the fullback coming straight ahead, breaking one tackle down the sidelines, across the 40, down to the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Goes shots there, and Dan DeCourt making the tackle along with Josh Scott, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dutch.
The only 2 clean or dirty uniforms left in there for St. Mary's. Looks like they're keeping their center and starting quarterback taking the snaps. Must be they don't have a backup. Maybe he's hurt or something. I would think this would be a nice time to get someone a little bit of varsity experience here, but St. Mary's brings them out under center.
The Dutch trying to get a score here. We're down to 6:50 to go. Fumble on the play. The ball is loose. And another scrum underneath there, and let's see if St. Mary's got it back. I believe they did. So that'll make it, they actually gained a couple of yards out of the play. Greg Gornati coming up with the fumble recovery. Scott Abrams coming out for a blow.
Josh Scott at the bottom of that scrum, boy. He's everywhere.
Final regular season home game for the Owls. Bradford 42, St. Mary's nothing. Here's shots to the left side. Oh, he gets tripped up. Great job by the Owls there. And making the play, I believe, is the inside man. That was Steve Schiappa. And Schiappa has his 5th tackle tonight. Steve doing a great job on defense. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the Bradford 30-yard line with 5:50 to go.
That was a nice tackle. He hunkered down. He stuck him good. Nice job by Schiappa.
St. Mary's baby in 4-down territory here. Here's a handoff, and going to the left side is Schatz. Trying to get outside, inside the 30, down to the 25, and he gets dropped there. Kyle McFarland making the play, and it's short of a first down, so it'll be 4th and about 3 for the Dutch, and a big defensive play coming up for the Owls here as Scott Abrams comes back in for Bradford.
Bradford probably going to go to 50 now. They'll put a middle linebacker right down over center, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to show a 5-man front, bring everybody tight, stop the short yardage play. Here it comes to the outside.
Sweep the shots. Oh, they've blown this one up big time. Al Priest got through along with Josh Holleran, and the Owls will take over on downs, and Bradford keeps the shutout alive with 5:13 to go, leading 42-0.
Look at the seniors coming out on the field. Reinhardt and all the guys slapping them high five. That is super. Instead of having their helmets off and screwing around, they're right on that sideline just cheering these guys on. Super job by your Bradford Owls. McFarland pulls out of the huddle. They still firing right out of that huddle. There's no walking these guys at all. They're real crisp. And St. Mary's looks like they're going to take a timeout here.
Breaking the action. We'll take it with them. 5 minutes to play. Owls.
Science is still in there at tight end. McFarland at center.
Here's the handoff. Sweeping right is John Colts. Colts across the 30, out to the 33. So Colts gets a good 4, 5, maybe 6 yards there. And it'll be second down for the Owls with 4:43 to go.
Steve Schiappa, he's working one of the guard positions right now. Actually, Steve's coming out of the game right now. Sneaking back in for us is Rocco Lentz, playing in there at the guard position. They're just I think they're running guys in and out right now, running in some plays with these new faces. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I think I ran everybody down out there.
Tyler Hopkins is the freshman quarterback. He'll take his time here. We're watching the play clock down to 4:15, and now they throw a flag. I think what Tyler was looking for was the 5 count, and the official never put the hand up to indicate a 5 count.
Oh, he's counting the players.
Okay, it's 12 against St. Mary's. That's the problem.
Yep.
I didn't see the 5 count, and that's why, because he counted 12 players.
Yeah, poor Tyler. He's looking around like, what'd I do? I'm waiting for your hand to go up. Because the back judge will put his hand up and gives the offensive team 5 seconds to get a play off. And Tyler was kind of looking around like, what'd I do wrong? And the back judge come up counting, and he had at least 12 on the field.
Tony DeFilippi, the St. Mary's coach, saying, what else can go wrong for us?
Yeah.
We can't get any points. The JV team can't score. And the Owls backups, they're junior varsity kids, a lot of them in there right now. Colts in motion. It'll be the fullback Abrams, and Abrams straight ahead, and he will get maybe a yard, and that's it. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Jeremy O'Toole still in there working hard. He's, of course, Jeremy's getting a lot of varsity time now with some of the injuries, but he's a junior, 5'7", 163-pound guard for us, working hard in there tonight. Actually, he's coming off the field right now. Going back into the ball game would be Steph Arlington.
Kyle McFarland, a junior center and kicker for the Owls, leading the Bradford team out. 3:30 to go. Owls 42, Dutch nothing. Hopkins waiting for the 5 count. Tyler has it. Now he sets the formation. Morgan O'Brien sweeping our way. O'Brien at the 40, 45, midfield. O'Brien on his horse. 30, 20. Looking at the Dutch in his rearview mirror. Morgan O'Brien, touchdown. 62 yards for Morgan O'Brien. And the Owls lead 48-0.
How about your subs coming in and getting the job done? A lot of these guys work special teams. They're subbing in and out for players that need a break. But I'll tell you, Steve Schiappa, we called his name on some tackles tonight. How about that pull and kick block, Frank, to take Morgan O'Brien down the field for a good 60-yard touchdown? Nice run.
So 3 plays there for the Owls. And I'll tell you what, Steve Schiappa is having a whale of a game for your Owls.
73 yards.
Hopkins going to set up and go for 2 here. Bradford, and Hopkins will give it to the fullback. It's Abrams. 3-1 touchdown. So Scott Abrams in for the touchdown, and the Owls have 50 points on the scoreboard. A 2-pointer for Scott Abrams, and the Owls have taken a 50-0 lead.
Nice job by your Bradford Owls getting the job done. Nice trap. St. Mary's had a 50 base, showing a lot of men up front. Our center, McFarland, our guards, Arlington getting off the ball, doing a nice job, and Abrams walks it in the end zone from 2.5 yards out.
And the St. Mary's coaching staff not too happy with this one, as the Owls have scored again, and they thought maybe the JV guys would come in there, their second teamers would come in and maybe have a spark and get a touchdown, but it's the other way. So Bradford leading 50-0. And it was interesting, we had a kid calling on the show this morning, or emailed on the show, saying it was going to be 55-0.
Huh?
Yeah, Paul Kovac, he was taking the bet 55-0. He's a soccer player. Unbelievable. So the Owls with Morgan O'Brien's 62-yard touchdown run, leading 50-0.
There's a new number in there for Bradford, but I don't have him on the books. We have a number 1 in there right now, and I'm not sure who that is unless we have another uniform that got dirtied up. But
that's Stu Morris.
That's Stu?
That's Stuart Morris.
All right.
And 13 is Sean Spindler. A couple of the JV guys getting some action in here. Here's the kickoff by McFarland. Kyle with an excellent leg. Boots it deep. And Shots will have it at the 5. Comes to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he gets out close to the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 Dutch. There a flag on the play. So this one may be coming back. That's just what St. Mary's needs. We're down to 3:07 to go with the Owls in front 50-0.
I'm just waiting to see if they're talking to the St. Mary's. Yep, they actually, I was happening to look. It was out on the right-hand side. I hate to keep popping the same name sometimes, but Steph Arlington, 58, come running down the field. Someone from St. Mary's, 2 hands, just shoved him down from behind. I mean, flag football push down, you know, not even a try to block. He just 2-handed shoved him down. And then one more thing, Stu Morris come down. His first play, he's going to get in there. He raced down. He beat everybody by 7 yards and just bulldozed the wedge. And nice job breaking it down. Sometimes you need those kamikaze guys to come down there just like Jake Wells and just say, I'm just going to hit to this wedge as hard as I can, bust it apart, and let everybody else get the job done.
So 1st and 10 St. Mary's. They have 2:58 to go as they try to get their first points and only points of the game. The Owls set up in their 44. Here's a sweep to Shots to the left side, picking his way out across the 20, 25 to the 28-yard line. So he gets 7, maybe 8 yards there. That'll make it 2nd and short.
Josh Scott getting up off the bottom of the pile. John Lonzy back in there again. Coming into the game right now, we have Rob Galt, sophomore, 5'7", 195-pound inside linebacker coming in.
Clock continuing to wind, and we're down to 2:20 to play. Bradford 50, St. Mary's nothing. And under center is Wendell. Going to give it to the left side. Here's Shots. Has the first down, 30, 35, out to the 40, and he's lassoed and thrown down there by the Owls. And coming up to make the play is Jeff Kleinberger, along with John Lonzy.
I'll tell you, Frank, I don't know about you, but for a running clock, that 24 minutes seems like it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It does not stop, except to spot the ball. The clock just runs. It's just the mercy rule that they have in the state of Pennsylvania.
Under 2 minutes to play now as the countdown to victory is underway here at Parkway Field. Here's a handoff up the middle, and going very little is the fullback, John Lonzy. Had him after a gain of a yard or 2. And this Owls senior group, and you know, of course, we've mentioned the names, like the seniors, and we'll try to run some of them down here. Jake Wells, also Jeff Kleinberger, Dan DeCourt, Aaron O'Toole, Sean Wiesjock, John Colt, Scott Abrams, Brian Wallace, Al Priest, Tyler Arlington, Brent Robb, Joe Reinhardt, Jordan Evan, Josh Scott, Sean Clark, Josh McCready. They'll finish unbeaten in their home senior careers, and what a tribute to this Owls football program. And we have an injured St. Mary's player breaking the action. Flags on the play. The Owls 50, St. Mary's nothing. 1:20 to go. Owls football on WESB.
They come. They bring a lot of people with them to away games, and you don't see that usually. Bradford has a lot of people on the visitor side on an away game, and that's great for Bradford.
So the Owls with that 50-point night here, watching as St. Mary's runs their offensive play under 2 minutes to go. At Shot sweeping to the left side, and he gets dragged down. Great tackle over there by Dan Lyons and Josh Halloran. Lyons got him low. Halloran came in, gave him the little shoulder pump there, and it'll be 3rd and a yard with 50 seconds to go. Yeah. The countdown to victory on, friends, with the Owls in front 50. That's right, 50-0.
Oh, the crowd's getting into it now. We got a chant going and everything. They're kicking the bleachers. Nobody's hardly left here, Frank, and this is great. One more play left here for St. Mary's probably, and on to victory.
They're doing the Owls rumble. Wendell wants to throw, airs it out. It's caught and then dropped as Dan DeCourt comes up and applies the hit. Down to 23 seconds to play, and the Owls will move to 5-0 with this big win tonight.
Well, right now, I hate to cut in on you, but Jake Wells is carrying a big jug of Gatorade with Al Priest, and Coach Ackerman's going to get wet.
Where is he? Does he know what's coming?
Oh, he's backing up. He's hiding. He's walking. And they got him. Brent Robb got him under tackle, and here comes the Gatorade.
Oh, yeah. Arlington and Robb get him. Here comes the play the other way, and that'll do it. The Owls win it. Bradford 50, St. Mary's nothing. And the Owls countdown to victory complete. And Arlington and Robb got him. Colts came in with the toss with the Gatorade, and the victory is complete. Owls 50, Dutch nothing. Stay tuned. Our post-game show is next.